Greetings. It has come to the attention of Anonymous that for quite some time now there has been some unfortunate and grievous injustices befalling onto those whose professions rely solely on free speech and democracy the worldwide. We direct this message to you, Faithullah Gulen. We have been watching you for quite some time now. We have been scrutinizing you and your legion of cult followers. We have been watching the many politicians and the elected officials in which they, your followers, choose to engage with. We have been watching the business owners and CEOs that support you. We have been watching the large contractors, charities and many government agencies that support you. We have been tracking individuals that support or sold out for personal gain for your cause. There has been so many activities by your followers worldwide that it is almost impossible to keep up with. First of all, I wish to remain clear that this is not an attack on a religion. To do so would also be an attack on Anonymous itself. For the Faithullah Gulen movement is not a religion but an idea. A cult. An idea that places one group over another through the use of religion to use force of will onto another by means of subversion and subversive political actions. The plant series of activities designed to accomplish political objectives by influencing, dominating, or displacing individuals or groups who are so placed as to affect the decisions and actions of another. We will not view this as an attack on religion, but merely your ideals and behaviors. So the excuse for using the defense of that this is an attack on that ideology is moot point. You cannot use bigotry, racism, national intolerance and religion as a defense to defend your deeds. Your followers' argumentation is moot. The resentments of writers and journalists and the unjust lawsuits presented against those who freely choose to use the internet, books and newspapers to share ideas or express opinions. These are inalienable human rights: the freedom to speak, the freedom of thought, the freedom to express and share their own ideas and to share with others. The freedom to act have been grotesquely and unfathomably violated. We are at loss of words to describe the monstrosities of such tyranny. You labeled them terrorists. By your own words, one cannot follow your faith and be a terrorist. At the same time you were referring to the heinous acts of violence engaged and inflicted upon another human being. These were people who used nothing more than the pen and keyboard. These were people who simply put a thought or idea to paper and to share them with others. The same as you do with books, newspaper and internet sites. The channels you use to spread your ideas, thoughts and feelings. To spread your propaganda. They have the same rights as you do. Their thoughts, their ideas, values, principles and moral beliefs had gone against yours and your group. For that they were incarcerated. Separated from their family, their friends, their professions, their human right to exist. To be cast out as something you and your followers recognize as a threat to your agenda and to your movement for conquest and power. We are aware of the many business that you possess. We are aware of the many business your followers do possess. We the anonymous people of the world. The anonymous individual that speaks, that cries out for justice to a group that is frightened and scared. We are the attentive ear that listens when others do not hear. We are the sharp-tongued and instructive voice that speaks for others who cannot speak for themselves. We are the hand that creates change and defends when those who hands of others are bound. We demand free speech and we demand that all journalists be set free. We demand all lawsuits to be dropped. Your efforts to handle this condition are as predictable as they are expensive for you. This pleases Anonymous and we encourage you to continue waging your informational war against truth at great expense to you and at no cost to us. We approve of these conditions, because within them defeat is impossible. Our campaign has been one of constant success, and yours has been one of constant failure. This will continue. Evidence of our victory is everywhere. We are certain that YouTube and Google appreciate your handsome patronage now necessary because of the ubiquity of our message. Unfortunately for you, the hundreds of thousands of dollars you now spend every month because of Anonymous cannot change your organization's history of crime and abuse of human rights, nor alter your organization's policy encouraging criminal behavior, which are now all available to the public. Your schools will not succeed. Your charter schools in America will not succeed. Your contractors and vendors will not succeed. You will be exposed. The data has been collected and inspected. The data has been spread and debated. Consensus has been reached. The data has become knowledge. Knowledge, being the lightest of burdens, is now effortlessly being spread. Let us explain to you. leaders and followers of the Gulen movement, who you are fighting. You are fighting the sum of the Internet. The Internet is the global network that extends from peer to peer, from home to home, from city to city, from country to country, from continent to continent, and from present to future. You are fighting your neighbor and your politicians. You are fighting your children and your parents and your students. You are fighting everyone, and no one. You are fighting Anonymous. You are fighting the truth. This is not a threat by Anonymous. This is not a promise by Anonymous. This is a fact. Defections at every level of your organization will continue to increase. By now you have most likely experienced the cognition that every action we take deprives you of at least one of the three following things: capital, clients, and credibility. These conditions will continue to exert their pressure upon you and your superiors. The disorder will continue to deepen. We have changed the rules of the game. Growth of the magnitude required to maintain your organizations in its present form is no longer possible for you. Your ability to seduce the public has been destroyed. Your survival has long depended on your capacity to suppress the truth of your abuses, and that ability is now gone. Phase 1 initiated. We are anonymous, we are legion, we are united as one, divided by zero. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Expect us